the overreach by the council chair, Professor Amukowa Anangwe. Now I want you to understand this. Ever since the appointment of Professor Amukowa Anangwe as the chair of council of the University of Nairobi, the university has experienced the most tumultuous period of bad governance. What litigated his appointment? And the court actually agreed with that. It found that he was illegally constituted and appointed as a council, but then strangely, the court also said that they don't want to leave a vacuum at the university, strangely. And I say strangely because by the time he was coming, we have a lot of history where we have stayed even for over 6 months without a council. So they allowed him to serve as chair of council. We have seen a very bizarre situation where Professor Anangwe conducts himself as the vice chancellor designate. Professor Anangwe has unilaterally and personally penned transfer letters. We will share with you. I want you to see, because we don't want to talk about something as if it's conjecture. We'll share with you. He has extended staff contracts at his own personal whim. He sits in junior interviews, junior internal interviews, so that he can skim off allowances. His ubiquitous presence at the university has actually crippled daily operations. Ultimately, it has led to everyone who is a senior manager at the university to be in an acting capacity. Whereas there are memos which exist from the chief of staff and the head of public service showing the separation of powers between council and managers of public institutions. Professor Anangwe has ignored each one of these memos. In fact, Professor Anangwe is on record even calling deans, and we will share with you again that he's calling deans to direct operations of faculties. This is interference beyond what we have ever seen. And for us, we have been asking ourselves, seriously, if Professor Anangwe wants to be the Vice Chancellor, why can't he apply for that job? Why is he doing the job of the current acting Vice Chancellor, Professor Jason Hutchinson? Why is he usurping these roles if he is not interested in that job in the first place? This is what we are demanding. That the Education Committee of Parliament moves to censure Professor Amukowa Anangwe and his council members for running the University of Nairobi like a kiosk. We're also demanding that the Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Migos Ogamba, acts to stop the toxicity that has been created by Professor Anangwe. And further, we are also giving warning that we are going to call out our members, because we do not have any kind of confidence in Professor Anangwe as the council chair of the University of Nairobi. He is part of the problem, and we are saying this to the public, that we will call out our members for an industrial action specifically to make sure that Professor Anangwe goes away. He left the university when he was appointed by President Moi, and President Moi fired him again over corruption matters. This is on record. I want you to go back to your records and you'll find what we are saying is true. Let him not in any way imagine he's going to run the University of Nairobi down. We will call out our people specifically for Professor Anangwe to go home. We don't want Professor Anangwe. We don't have any confidence in Professor Anangwe. Let him go.